Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Let's see here. Oh, so a little bit of tinkering here to do. Let's see. All right, there we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I am Streamcrush, as always, your evening host of Tomfoolery and Shenanigans. Let's see here, just kind of making sure everything is all good to go, which I think it is. Let's see here. We don't need that up. All right, get that off of there. Okay, all lights are green. Let's do this. So, let's cover some interesting news. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but my Twitter kind of blew up a little bit. I've gained almost like 30 followers in one day, which, okay, that's crazy, right? But I mean, like, I'll take it. All right, enough of that. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Like, all of a sudden people just started following me on Twitter like crazy. So I'm actually like really close to 100 followers, which, like, wow. So thank you. Like, I really appreciate that. I don't know if it's a short I posted recently or people just kind of been watching some old stuff, and I don't know, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm glad to see it. Makes me think I should start extending out to other platforms now. Maybe Instagram or something, kind of post some stuff there, but yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Truly, I am very humbled and I am very appreciative of all the support I get. So thank you, truly. We'll see how long this stays. A lot of times people will follow me and then just kind of unfollow me after a few months. So I don't know. It's kind of a constant process, but you know, it's whatever. Any forward progress is good progress in my opinion. So yeah, that was pretty cool to see. And it was just weird because like all day long I've just been getting flooded with notifications on my phone about like so-and-so's followed you, so-and-so liked your post, just over and over again. So it was cool. Other than that, yesterday I didn't stream. I was going to, but I wasn't feeling too hot. My tooth started hurting a bit more than I kind of expected, and honestly, you know, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to push my luck. So today I'm feeling a lot better. Still hurt a little bit, but like we're gonna push through this. I think today we can kind of get a nice good stream in. Today we're going to be playing Order 13, which is a basically it's like a Amazon warehouse like spooky game. You do deliveries and then you have like a little base, you know, set up inside the warehouse, and you got a little kitty cat. That's kind of what I got from it. So hey, you know, I mean, it can't be the most like terrible game I've ever played for sure. If this ends a little early, I do have some backup games to play, because I'm not exactly sure how long some of these games can be. Some games can be very short, like Buckshot Roulette was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Boba Tea Shop was like an hour tops. But then the night before when I played Kiosk, that was almost like 2 hours of gameplay. So it kind of varies with these, and you never really know how much of a stream you'll get out of it. But luckily there's always some demo or something that you can kind of toss in there if you want to play some spooky games. Yeah, I'm finding these more bite-sized spooky game things kind of cool. I don't only want to do spooky games. It just happens to be, weirdly enough, like a genre that's just very tailor-made for short experiences. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely get around to playing some other stuff here, but yeah, I feel like right now this is just kind of working really good with my schedule, so let's keep doing it, right? So other than that, I don't really think there's much like big gaming news or anything like that to discuss. Let's see here. Was there anything I actually kind of missed? Nope, just the usual everything is terrible, the world's about to end type of stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I did see this on Twitter. The God of War TV show, apparently the kid that plays him. Wait, no? Is it actually the... Oh, I thought it was the kid. It's actually the guy who plays Kratos. He tore his bicep while filming a stunt, and the injury requires surgery. Oh, that sucks. So, is he the one that they had to... Because I heard that they had to replace him. Oh, yeah. God of War to recast lead Kratos after Ryan Hurst was injured on set. Well, there were already 4 episodes done, so, I mean, that's gonna suck. That's gonna really suck. You have to reshoot all of that. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't too sold on him being Kratos in the first place, but, I mean, it's a TV show. What do you do, right? But yeah, that does suck. Tearing a bicep? Ow. Ow. You recover for that's hard. Especially when you're playing a guy who's supposed to be really strong on set. kind of goes against that, right? Oh, wow. Let's see here. That's kind of about it. Really nothing too crazy. Yeah. Really nothing new. That's good though. Well, there's a dev diary for Hellraiser Revival. That is an interesting game that I really want to play. There's a new Hellraiser game, like I should say new. There's not really any Hellraiser video games. There's a Hellraiser video game coming from Saber Interactive, who, if you knew, they do like the Space Marine 2 game and stuff like that. It looks genuinely good, and I'm actually kind of excited to play it. It comes out October 8th. But yeah, it sounds like they're really like trying to deliver an actual Hellraiser experience. So it's going to be pretty hardcore, because a lot of Hellraiser stuff is very like heavy on like sexual violence and torture, and just like, you know, really messed up ideas of like pleasure and pain. Like there's sadism and masochism and stuff. It's like, imagine like a bedroom whips and chains, but with like demons. That's Hellraiser basically. So yeah, it's very interesting, but like the work they're doing on it's very promising, and it reminds me a lot of how we've had a couple of really good adaptations in the last couple of years of franchises that like historically have not had very good game adaptations. Like for example, we had a Terminator game. Actually, I've had a couple of them that have been okay. But there was a first-person shooter Terminator game, I think Dark Fate or something like that, came out a couple of years ago. It's on the lower budget side of things, but it's still really good and very faithful to the Terminator franchise without being like the silly parts of it. And then there was a really good DLC for it as well. And then that same publisher, developer, whatever, went on to make the RoboCop game that came out a couple years ago. Which, I mean, you could pick that one up for like dirt cheap now. It's like $3-4 on sale during like a major sale. And then there was a recent DLC for that as well. And it's, you know, all been pretty well received overall. So yeah, to see now Hellraiser getting something is pretty good. There was a couple of ones that I feel like probably would have done better as some other type of game. Like there was the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game that came out a couple years ago. That one kind of came and went. Same with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That one had a very like big start, but then just kind of fizzled out real fast. There was Friday the 13th. That one had a ton of legal issues, so that one actually ended up getting closed. I really wish I had bought that one when it was still available, to be honest, because you could still go into it and play the bot mode and stuff, and it would just be fun to play for like the lulls. But you know, watching people play that with the what do you call it when you have like the area chat, you know, inside in the game, the distance chat or whatever, you know, was just hilarious. Good times, genuine good times. And I'm really bummed I missed out on that. But there is a new one coming out. Apparently the rights issues got settled and everything, and this is going to be a bit different. So hopefully that one's good, but I haven't heard anything about it, and I don't even think it's coming out this year. So that's kind of blah. But yeah, so we're in an interesting like old IP giving new life in video games type of thing, because it's not like there hasn't been Terminator video games. There hasn't like there's been no RoboCop games. It's just that those came out during like the 80s and 90s, and for the most part they were like arcade games or really shitty like 16-bit, you know, console games or something. Like they weren't really that amazing. if I think for RoboCop, the one thing anybody remembers about those old games is I think the one that came out on like Game Boy had a theme song that was so much of a banger that like it ended up being used in a TV commercial. Oh, I totally forgot about that one, Master Exam. Yes, RoboCop versus Terminator, but only the Genesis version. The Super Nintendo version honestly kind of sucks. It has a really fucking cool box, but the game itself, it kind of sucks. I should pull it up so you guys can see this. Like, it is so genuinely cool. Here, let me there's a little dude over here. Yo. All right, let's pop up. Yes, Privacy Firefox. Hell yeah. Less than 16-bit for that game is just not enough. Well, right? Because like, let's do the YouTubes here. All right, this is for the VOD watchers and anybody else that comes in. All right, so we have RoboCop versus Terminator. Apparently, have epic rap battles. Gotta love it. We actually want the SNES version. Ooh, actually, do we have a? Usually there's the VG Compare. Yeah, that's a double playthrough though. Here we go. VC Decide. So this channel is really good for like for this kind of stuff. Oop, I forgot I still have my. All right, let's pause that for a second. All right, so this channel is actually really good for like seeing the differences between stuff. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. All right, so the side with the volume going up and down is, you can hear this is the Super Nintendo one. He'll probably flip back up. There we go. The Genesis version is so much better, it's not even funny. All right, let me skip ahead a little bit. I mean, it's crazy. The Super Nintendo version doesn't even look like as good as a Super Nintendo game could look. That's a shame. It truly is. And of course you don't get the blood and guts like you do in the Genesis version. The frustrating thing about the Super Nintendo version though is that even though it looks like it's fine, the controls on it are so crappy. Like the controls are very mushy, and RoboCop is actually kind of hard to control because of it. And the guns just don't have good impact. Like the Genesis version is just a better run and gun game. The only downside to the Genesis version, and this carries through both of them, is there's a lot of cheap hits. You are going to get hit. You're going to die a lot. There's spots that are just aggravating to deal with. But that was just old game design back then. But it's such a superior game, it's not even funny. And of course you got the cool... And this is still the first level, by the way. The Genesis just had better levels. Still going on the first level. Then we got the second level here. But yeah, it's just so much of a better game. So much of a better game. And actually, the best Terminator game that came out of this time is the Sega CD one. Which, by the way, had an awesome soundtrack. Sega. Sorry, closed captioning. Oh yeah, you knew you're for a good time when you saw full motion. Look at this high quality Sega CD full motion video. You could almost make something out in between the grain. I love how it's just remixed Terminator 2 video, but it's so bad. This was the future of gaming, folks. back in 1992, I think. When did this game come out? 1993 this was released. Apparently we can't even have audio. And it's not even like actual Terminator music. Oh. I take it back. They actually did put the music in. Yeah. But yeah, this was good. The only downside is for some reason you couldn't shoot normally on steps. Don't know why. This is why I like the Sega CD though, because it had so many like weird gems. Yeah. I love that 80s rock. I don't even know if it fits what's playing, but it sounds really good. It's kind of what I miss about like CD soundtracks from back in the day for games is like a lot of times they didn't actually seem like they matched what was happening on there, but man, did they go hard on their composition. Like one of my favorite is I love the intro to this game. It's La Facette, I think. Not LS, it's something, no. It's in German. It's like a name in German. Maybe it's Fawcett? Yeah, Fawcett Amour. So this, is it gonna have the, yeah. This was the intro. Name a game that comes out now that has an intro this hard. Oh, that's because the further you get into the game, everything becomes a giant bullet sponge. I love this song. So it'll just loop over and over again. The actual intro for the game is pretty cool too. So PC Engine didn't have like the full motion video horsepower of like the newer consoles that came after it. But what it did have was a lot of storage space for animations. So a lot of the quote unquote full motion video was more like fancy stills than anything else, but like they did it in usually really creative ways. So like this one. No English subtitles. This dude loved his guitar, you could tell. その男は自らをゴートボーンと名乗り、ホーリーキャスクという黒魔術集団を結成した。
悪魔を崇拝し、エゴイズムこそ自然界の生んだ絶対秩序だと唱えながら、次々と大虐殺を行い、人々を震え上がらせていた。
See, gameplay wise, but I mean story wise, the Terminators are supposed to be like 100 to 1 humans per Terminator. So why is this one game? Because video games. If you actually want to see what a real Terminator is like in a video game, not that one. I forgot what it's called. Resistance. Let's see, I think it's the T-800s.
I don't know.
I want to play this game.
No, no. Now go right.
Cool detail that his weight is on the car pushing it down like that, and he dents the hood. So as you get towards the end of this game, from what I understand, you get enough firepower that like these guys become a joke, but for a large part of the game, they fuck you up pretty bad. Not good aims though, apparently. There's also the mode where you get to play as the infiltrator unit. I forgot about that. Anyway, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you have like unstoppable, unkillable things like this, it either becomes a point of frustration or the game gives you like a way to deal with it. I mean, and just because video games, right? But you know, when encounters are dangerous, that makes them more interesting. So, you know, I am a bit surprised that they don't make them more like a nemesis in this game. But I mean, at the same time, shoot Terminators. Ooh. It's just a frustrating balance. Like I know a lot of people don't actually like Mr. X or Nemesis. It's a point of frustration for them because they feel like they can never relax and enjoy the game. Like, well, kinda. To me personally, I tried playing Alien Isolation like the default way, and I found it incredibly frustrating. Because the aliens like AI, the way that they programmed him, and you can actually see this if you ever watch like how Mr. X works. Somebody actually did a thing showing you.
Hey guys, welcome back to...
Oh, let's see here. So Mr. X in Resident Evil 2 Remake is...
So to start off with, I was interested in looking
he's
at
always
the
just
battle
off
scene
screen,
with G1.
and then
In
the
particular,
game teleports
what the
him.
animation scene looks like from another angle, and where he goes to on this walkway above us.
Yeah.
And then comes from when dropping through the ceiling.
What the?
Just teleports, right?
Right, so where does he come from when dropping in? Well, you can just see this very dark box above the room, and he spawns into this box and drops through.
That's not the one I want to see, though. I want to see Mr. X.
There are many animations and cutscenes.
Oh, that's Ada.
And before these happen, the
Well, I guess the deal's on.
Show me Mr.
another
X.
multiple viewer request was to see when exactly does Mr. X appear
There
behind
we
the
go.
crashed helicopter, and that was something I could do. So here it is.
Jesus Christ!
Wow, you can see the clipping on the back. That's goth. That's funny how they hide stuff like this. Well, this guy's not going to show how it actually works, but essentially how Mr. X works is pretty much exactly how the Alien Isolation works. So essentially, if you think of like your character's in the middle and then there's a big bubble around you, the world outside that bubble does not exist to the alien or to Mr. X. It only exists inside the bubble. So the problem with that is that there's a phenomenon in Alien Isolation that I grew frustrated with incredibly quickly, which is and Mr. X doesn't have this problem exactly because he doesn't go through like the grates and stuff like the alien does, which is that the alien doesn't know when to fucking stop. Like he teleports to you constantly, and you have to trigger a way to get away from him to get him to respawn somewhere else. Right, a lot of games do that where they teleport enemies into situations like that. Just spawn the enemy does animation type of thing. Mr. X does the same thing though. Mr. X, he will always spawn no matter where Leon is in the police station. He will always spawn just in that area, in that little bubble, and then immediately start going after you. The moment that you leave, like if your bubble moves and he's outside the bubble, he will immediately teleport back somewhere into where the bubble is. And that's how Mr. X works, and that's how the alien works in Alien Isolation. But Mr. X doesn't teleport, like he doesn't go through grates and he doesn't go through like the ducting and all that kind of stuff. So he doesn't have a way, once you're in a room, he doesn't really have a lot of ways to get into that room, whereas the alien does. So let's say you're in an area that has like 3 different ways to enter. The alien will basically loop through the ducts and then teleport out away from you to give you a chance to leave. And then immediately, if you don't, immediately teleport back into that area, and that's how he kind of hunts you. The problem with this is that in the basic version of the game, he sometimes gets trapped in this really bad AI loop where you are stuck in an area and you can't really get much of an opportunity to like breathe and get away from him for a second to do anything. I had this particular problem early on in the game. He was it's before the major medical area, but it's in that area. And I needed to get a key from a doctor's room, and it was kind of in a weird like smaller area off to the side with like a loop, and I'm in the room and I get the key and the alien spawns, and the alien is outside the room and he's kind of sniffing around, and he would immediately go into my room. And so I'd have to hide in the locker, and then hold my breath. And then he would get the idea and then he would leave. Great, right? I can get out of the locker. I can go do my thing real quick and get out. But that's not what happened. What actually ended up happening is I would get in the locker and he would go through his routine, get all sniffy with the locker just to be sure. And then he would leave and then immediately come back into the room. He did this like over and over and over again. Or if he didn't do that, he would go to the next room over, go into the grate, and then come back down into the room I was in. So I could never get out of the room because he would immediately start chasing me. And that sucked. It really sucked. Finally, I figured out a way to like mess with him a little bit by getting in and out of the locker really fast. And like somehow that triggered something. And I was able to at least get out of the room and get away from him for a second. But I was so frustrated by that experience that I immediately said, all right, I'm not doing this anymore. And I found a mod that untethers the alien, so that the alien can exist outside of the little bubble that is around your character. And that made the game way better. It made it way better because what ended up happening is the alien actually had a better AI because of it. Because he wasn't trapped in that little bubble around me. He could spawn anywhere. He could be anywhere. You didn't know where he was going to be. And that was way more interesting, way more surprising. And he still stalked you. He just wouldn't be stuck in like a little space around you. So he could be in a completely different room, but he'd be still in the same area. So you knew if you listened. And one thing I loved about Alien Isolation is the audio is fantastic. You could listen and you could hear him travel in the area you were in. So when I got to like the bigger medical area, it made it more tense because I could hear the direction he was coming. But if I heard him go like into a duct, I didn't know where he was going to come out at. He could come out in the room I was in. He can come out the room over. He could go down on the other side. Like I didn't know where he would be. And he could surprise me in the ducts more often, which he did. There was a couple of times I got busted in the ducts. And just things like that. I could use the noisemakers better too, because I could throw them farther and distract him longer so I could get objectives done. So like there was more push pull with the AI, and that made the game more interesting. On the other hand, the androids sucked, and I felt there was way too much padding with the androids. But the alien itself, untethering the alien, made the game better. And that was like the number one thing that like I did for a mod that instantly improved my enjoyment. I actually really want to go back and play Alien Isolation again. I want to play it on a harder setting, because I played it on like, I think the easiest setting, because like I said, I had gotten so frustrated. So I think I played it on like normal, which is not the hardest setting. So I would love to do like a hardcore Alien Isolation playthrough, especially since the sequel's coming out, I think next year. But yeah, it just so much better, because when you don't have a stalker stalking you 24/7, it's more fun. I feel like it's not as frustrating. But yeah, so yeah, teleporting enemies, not the end of the world. Teleporting constantly where you just never feel like you get a break is not fun, personally for me. But yeah. Okay, so for some mechanics like that, especially since there should only be one alien, yeah. But overall, I mean, the general tension and challenge of the game, yes, the overall tension and the challenge of the game was excellent. I do honestly feel like the Android stuff kind of sucked though. Most games don't care for mods because they usually like the originally intended experience, but that sounds like a case where it's rectifying a design flaw, and I accept it. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of letting people play the games the way they want to play them. Like, you want save states in your retro games? Cool. If you want to play them the old school way, also cool. If you want Dark Souls to have an easy mode, go for it. Like, I really don't care. Like, ultimately, the only person that's really going to matter when it comes to playing a game is you. You're the one playing the game. And I certainly don't want to be constantly frustrated by games. If I'm going into the game desiring to be challenged, that's one thing. Like I'll happily jump into an old like NES game. Those games are brutal. They're hard. But I go into it knowing that like if I die, I'm gonna have to repeat the level, like that type of thing. And I understand the limitations of those games and how arbitrary they can feel. Newer games don't have that excuse. So when I play a game that's newer, and it doesn't have like fair checkpoints, or if it makes you restart everything all over again, it becomes more tedious than challenging. And I don't know why. I maybe it's just because I've grown so used to newer games being a bit more fair. But even like Dark Souls isn't necessarily unfair. I do feel like some parts of the franchise get kind of unfair. Like in Dark Souls 2, the tracking on bosses is extremely frustrating. Actually, the tracking on enemies in general is just really frustrating. Like they will wind up for an attack and you will dodge around them, and they will spin around like a homing attack and just like land on you anyway. That sucks. But AI in Dark Souls is not exactly like its strong point. But you go into Dark Souls knowing it's Dark Souls. Like it's supposed to be challenging and frustrating. I prefer realism as possible, and for that case, having the alien not teleporting and resetting too much is right. Realism reactable, and I think that's right for a game trying to simulate a real people survival situation. Yeah, exactly. Like you have to know the balance, you know, because if you don't, put music in the background here, because if you don't get the balance right, like I don't care how good your game is, I think a lot of people are going to bounce off of it. You know, like Alien Isolation is supposed to be scary in the sense that there's an alien stalking you, but you got shit to do to get through the game. The alien has to, like, that the game has to find that balance between letting you find time to enjoy the scenery, because the space station is really cool looking, you know, especially the detail. It really tries to evoke like the set of like the old movies and stuff like that. There's a lot of like visual stuff to appreciate in the game, and you should be able to, you know, and also, you know, being able to like get objectives done and everything. Like I feel like there's moments in the game where like there's an alien around and you have to save, but because the alien reacts to sight and sound, you know, the noise you're making at the console could attract the alien, and that's a great moment of tension, because you're like, oh, thank God I got that door open in time, or oh, thank God I got that save done in time. You know, things like that are really cool. But you know, having something stalk you for the sake of stalking you because it's supposed to add tension, I feel like it's just it's a frustrating, unfair thing. You know, it's like when people add a Dark Souls element to a video game, like all of the enemies respawn after you die type of thing. That's really frustrating because, you know, if you're just copying certain mechanics from a game and you don't understand why those mechanics exist, I feel like that just causes a lot of headaches. It's one of the reasons I bounced off of like Jedi Fallen Order and stuff like that, because it's like Dark Souls-ish, but like, I don't know, the game plays like a God of War game. I'd like alien isolation to be hard, but when you trick the alien away and then it comes back right away because you move to another odd point, someone's back is bleh. And yeah, tension is right, but you also need the proper tension release. Well, and actually, isn't there, I believe there's a mod for Alien Isolation for VR. This I would love to actually do.
Alien Isolation was the
Yeah, here, let's
first VR mod I ever played when I got into PC VR. The original Mother VR mod first appeared back in 2017.
This, I think, would be cool.
By Nebrae, and he was last seen posting a clip of a full 6th Halo Reach mod, and then he disappeared because he was eventually hired by 343 Industries to work on the Halo franchise, specifically to improve the PC version of Halo the Master Chief Collection. But this also sparked rumours that Microsoft might be making a true Halo VR game. Now, this all happened a long time ago, with the original Mother Mother VR mod last being updated in 2020. The original mod was focused on a seated VR experience using a gamepad, and for what it was at the time, it was absolutely mind-blowing. But last year, a modder called JP took the Mother VR mod and updated it, adding true 6DoF controls, which was a real game changer, and it is still one of the best and easiest VR mods to install, being a simple drag and drop process. What I only found out today was, though, he has continued to update this mod, with the most recent version being 5.3, and there has been a ton of changes, such as better performance, support for Windows 11, some better VR engine settings so you can actually upscale the image, better reflections, improved smoke and fog effects, 4K shadows, and the list goes on. So today I've been replaying this amazing game that IGN criminally gave a score of 5.9 and put the
That score has always pissed me off. Whoever that reviewer was should be banned from reviewing anything ever again.
latest version of the mod to the test, because yesterday Sega dropped a teaser of a potential Alien Isolation sequel now being in the works. Plus, Alien Isolation is currently on sale on Steam with 80% off. And don't get me wrong, as native VR games go, it's still got some issues, but I personally feel for an 8 to 10 hour experience, which is pretty dynamic due to the single alien you face throughout the game.
I never actually
which
played
has
the
a
DLCs for this game.
sophisticated
I should do
AI
that.
system, which was designed to keep players in a constant state of tension because there's no predictable scripts for what she is about to do. And this easily makes Alien Isolation one of those games you want to play at least 2 or 3 times because it's so unpredictable. The music is fantastic and the graphics are stunning in a VR headset with incredible lighting, and why I personally feel this is the best Alien game ever made is due to you, the player, genuinely feeling like you are the prey, versus every other Alien game which feels more like an action game. And don't get me wrong, I actually enjoy all of the Alien games, especially
5.9.
Survivor's most recent outing with Rogue Incursion, but no other Alien game captures the first 2 films like Isolation. But speaking of action, Isolation still has a fair bit of action, but it's spread out into sections, so you get that brief moment of relief, only to then find out you've got yet another objective to complete, and it puts you back into the nightmare. Your in-game arsenal of weapons grows slowly, and it is well timed, and aside from the items you collect to make various equipment, ammo is actually pretty scarce, so you're always playing this game with stealth in mind. The controls, though, outside of simply shooting, are not the best, but I do want to point out that this game does have head-based movement tracking, which is something I personally really enjoy in native VR games. But as negatives go, you constantly see on-screen prompts stating buttons that you have to press that don't match your VR controls, and at first it is confusing, and even when you do learn exactly what to press, it never feels great. Then there's times you get black screens due to your head not being in exactly the right place for some uncontrollable sequences, which has always been an issue when playing Alien Isolation in VR, but it's far better than it's ever been before. Recentering can still feel off sometimes, and your hands can get stuck awkwardly until you press the right trigger, which makes you swing your hammer, and this resets your hands. But this also then leaves the hammer hanging in mid-air, which is quite a strange glitch to see. And then finally, we have some frame rate performance issues which can drop any moment and for no reason. But all of this can be fixed by opening the in-game map or options, and once you return to the game, it's silky smooth all over again. Over my 4 to 5 hours of playing today, this happened about 8 times, and usually something like this would actually annoy me, but due to this being a mod and this being one of the best horror VR survival games I've ever played, I can accept all of it, because when the alien comes for you and you hear her running around as the music rises, the tension I feel in this game is pretty unparalleled. I always find myself gritting my teeth at most of the death animations. So yeah, today's video is just a reminder that work is still going on for the Alien Isolation mod, and with the game being so cheap, if there's anyone watching this who hasn't played it in VR or hasn't done so recently, get in here because it's absolutely incredible. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you ever so much for watching.
At some point, I'm going to get my VR headset up and running for streaming, because there's so many, like, there's Resident Evil VR mods for like 7 and for like 8 and stuff. And just like, I think there's one for Resident Evil 4. Yeah, just so many cool like VR mods. Like, people aren't making VR games like they used to, and I feel like the modders are kind of having to step up, which really sucks, because VR is an awesome technology, which can only get better. So it's just kind of really frustrating that like companies are just pulling back on support on gaming so much now that even like VR is starting to get hit hard by it, which, yeah. For a game not built for VR, that seems pretty acceptable level of flawed for VR translation, right? Like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna have some issues because it wasn't built for VR, but like, that's impressive to, you know, for a full playthrough only having about 8 instances of like, oh, that kind of sucks. I mean, the worst part would just be not the hand animation, because like you can fix that just by swinging something, but the blackout when like a cutscene is happening, that would kind of suck. But it would make up for the fact that you're shitting your pants when an alien drops in front of you in VR. So, you know, but yeah, let's see here.
All right, here we go. We're back in Alien Isolation. I just want to feature this game again because I know a number of you
Can we do a larger
are
size here?
thinking about getting into PC VR basically. And this is called the Grandmother VR mod. A really easy mod to install. It's literally just drag and drop.
Got that guy above me. Let's see how he's...
And it's one of my favourite games to play in VR. And I think last time I showed this was about a month and a half ago. Don't come to life, man. I hate the androids. Fuck me, I said don't. Quick, 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 quick. Oh, that was going to bloody happen.
I don't have time for this.
Damn! I forgot about this
Dude,
scene.
that's a mean right. Oh my god. I'm going to fight them, surely.
Oh, I remember this room. I hated this room.
Years ago. I think it was on PC and Xbox. My god, that was like full of mannequins. Hated it. It's going to happen. It's got to happen. These things have got to come to life. I've completed this game, but I can't bloody remember. There's a lockdown button near my desk. Aha! They're going to come to life, man. In EMP mine. I'm seriously packed.
An appointment.
There's one.
Are you the only one, though?
No.
I've never used one of them before. Oh, fuck me, they're coming. Shotgun. Oh, I've got to fucking fight them. Fucking, I hate the androids more than the aliens. Molotov.
Yes.
All of you fuck off. Alright, he's down. Got all of them? That weren't too bad.
I hated the androids so much.
Oh wow, yeah, I do remember this.
Yep. Exactly.
The reactor core, Ricardo.
You never know what time they're actually going to wake up, and then when they finally do, you're like,
Core
ah!
control systems, business as usual.
This looks amazing.
I'm gonna have to explore the lower level.
Should be an elevator down somewhere.
On it.
Oh no.
Oh, the hive.
No.
Wow. Holy.
Ricardo, they're all here. Everyone that's missing. Everyone. They're trapped in some kind of nest. There are eggs. It's like a farm.
Shit. Just get out of there. Now.
I hated this part too. I died a bunch because these stupid face huggers, they come through the water so fast
Oh, I do.
that if you're not ready for it, they just take you out like
Fucking hell,
instantly.
it's the first one I've seen of them. Yeah, press all these buttons. Fuck. Here we go. Oh, God.
I didn't even wait. I would just torch the egg.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Fucking high. Hear the screams. Oh my god, it's lighting up like a Christmas tree. Fucking hell.
God, this be horrifying to hear.
Fuck. Oh my god, how many of them are there? I fucking know where to go, dude. Mate, they're guarding that fucking thing.
Oh, I can hear him from the right.
Does this count as a hiding place? We'll go that way. Oh, fuck.
Oh my
so-
gosh, the tension.
One more. Pressing buttons. Shit. Hide.
Get out of here.
Oh, Jesus. They're so angry. Oh, shit! Is that game over?
That's game over, man. Game over.
Oh my god.
Those face huggers, man.
Quick! Fuck's sake! 8. Right. Let's just fucking leg it.
You can't.
Any big ones? Oh, hello.
He died again. Hey, take care, Master Kazam. Appreciate you coming out.
What is this? Why am I here? Why'd it bring me here? I just panic runned. There we go. Woo! Oh my god, it's fucking nightmare. I could really do without this. Again. Run! Did it do it?
Ricardo, I can destroy the nest.
Ripley, you've put yourself in enough danger today.
I can power up all the cores, overload them, and then initiate a reactor purge.
Oh.
It'll destroy everything down there.
Look, I'm not trying to persuade you out of this, Rip. I'd just like it if you didn't die.
Yeah,
This is what's gonna happen. There are emergency overflow circuits that feed excess power into the local capacitor banks on each tower. If I decouple them and discharge the system, the purge will be external. The nest is right in harm's way.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, come on, man. That was fucking point blank.
Yeah, that's why I hate the androids.
Reload. Oh, cool. Please hurry. Oh, fuck. Come on. Come on. Run. Fuck. Fuck. Right, just stand there for a minute. What for that?
That's
the
kind
hell
of
do I do
tense, and I'm not
this?
even like seeing this in VR like he is.
I think we're doing well. Even the spatial audio is amazing. What? You know, I told the right grip for that one. Thanks, happened. Oh shit. is fucking wild. Ah, run, 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 run. Oh my god, that is awful in VR. Go, 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 go. Right. Then should we just initialize? Purge. Do what? Good.
Ricardo, I'm about to purge the nest. Hang tight.
This is fucking epic. One, two, three. I forgot about that.
Hazard level maintained at Omega. Multiple unregistered life forms detected throughout Sevastopol. Power levels throughout Sevastopol compromised.
There's still some on the station.
There's fucking loads.
I'm sorry, Ricardo.
Just get back to the Marshal Bureau, Rip. Please. Wait, Rip, something weird's happening.
You think?
I need you to get to medical, now. The reactor purge. It's resetting systems across Sevastopol. Lights, transit, maybe even communications. I think this is our big chance. Just go, now. We might not have much time. I'm heading down to comms.
Okay, so this is
Right.
basically the end of the game. Alright, I don't need to watch all of that, but for being in VR, that is really amazing. Like, that's super impressive. That is super impressive. So yeah, I definitely want to give that a shot. All right, let's fire up Order 13 and let's get some spooky time happening. Oh, let's see here. Oh, cat appearance. Aw. Let's see. Black cat. White cat. Calico. Aw. We gotta go with like an orange tabby, right? He's Batman. Wizard hat. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Is that a pirate cat? Oh my gosh, it is. Skull and crossbones. Got cool shades. Hmm. The cat beanie thing is just great. Oh, he's making biscuits. I don't know what to do here. I mean, that's the most accurate, like, depiction of a cat. There we go. Make my face a little bit more, instead of being way over here. Hmm. All right, we need a name for our cat. Let's see here. What's a good name for a cat? We'll call him Melvin. He looks like a Melvin. Let's see. think we'll just leave the cat without anything. Alright, he's still being called Melvin. Alright, wow, we have a lot of streamer mode. Sure. Just disable head bob. Disable the monster. Disable cat happiness. Disable the scares. I mean, wouldn't really disable them if I don't know what to expect. Controls. Graphics. Oh, you can lock the frame rate. Okay. VSync. Alright. Just do that for now. I'm hoping you can... Like, if the monster's annoying or something, that you can turn it down after the fact. Your daily quota to reach, 75 data. Warning, payment at the end of the day. Jollybox Company wishes you a happy working day. To-do list. Ooh. We gotta change this over. There we go. Alright, new game category. Alright, complete quota, then go to bed. I hate this job. Pack stuff. Screw this. Warehouse. Keep cat happy. Don't leave the stinker alone for long or else. P.S. Food and toys will help. Cat. Wonder if these are like the devs that worked on the game. Anti-gravitor. Oh my god, you can pet... Well, really well petting the cat, but I guess it counts. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same shit every day, expecting things to change. Yeah. Alright, Melvin. Chew me, bud. We got a little place to sleep. Oh, you can crouch. Do not waste the precious sticky notes. Archie Age. Some more pictures over here. Oh my gosh. Not gonna ask what that is. That's my kitty cat. What do I do with this? Oh, packy peanuts. I don't know where to put this. Oh. How do I put this back? Print order, gather item, package shipment. Okay. Wow. WHM107. Must have to go around the other way. K1. M104, M105, M106, M107. Oh my gosh, and I have to remember what the keypad thing is. Are you serious? Let's see here. So 3, 4, 6, 8. Oh, that's good. Where was I? Yep, I'm going back in here. Fuck that. Can I not put this picture down? Like, I would love to have a flashlight or something. This is actually kind of frustrating. I don't... Oh. It's like a Wipeout game. So is this like an ad in an ad? Coming 2018. Okay. Okay. All right, what I am going to do real quick, because I was talking that whole time and now I'm like distracted because I have to pee. So give me just a moment. I'll be back in just a sec. All right. Got the pretty music playing. All right. So, just gonna see if I'm still holding the picture of a cat. Oh, thank God. All right, so M107, so we got 1489. Yeah, absolutely asinine. That's K1. That's blocked off. So it must be one over. Okay. Alright, so do we get a box for it? How do you get a box? Oh. First tape. Oh, you gotta... Okay, so WHW101. And the code is going to be 6789. WHW101. What was it now? W1. Bro, I literally can't see shit. I don't even remember the fucking code. Yeah, I'm not liking this. You can barely see anything. Yeah. Spooky sounds. Yeah, I want to be honest, this kind of sucks. Oh, we'll have that music at least. Okay, and then the cat needs to be fed, but like... How do I feed him? WHW101. Alright. What is this? 2? I need 1. Wow, it's like way the fuck over here. Oh, hey. This might help a little bit, actually. Basement certificates. Cheap cat food. What do you call it cat food? Holy cow. Yeah, we're not going to deal with spending money on the cat. Sorry, kitty. I like you, but not that much. For now, I need a flashlight. Oh, that helps so much. Alright, WH. So WH-H101 and then 4569. Okay, that's actually kind of a crappy flashlight, but it's better than nothing, I guess. What was that? WH-H101. How do you... There we go. Thankfully, this one was pretty close. Would help if I actually like. Alright, WHK104. Spooky warehouse. Yay! Alright, where's the cat? Oh, he's hiding in there. What's up, buddy? Do you want to clock out and sleep? You can do more orders as long as your cat stays alive. What? Well, I need money. Not enough protection. Oh, I got docked because I didn't have enough. That's okay. God, Spending a little more today. Alright. Backpack lets you carry one extra item. Tool belt allows you to carry flashlight and scanner at the same time. So I can't carry the scanner and the flashlight at the same time. Unless I have the tool belt. So do I even want to get it? Alright, WHQ205. So this one's going to be a little deeper in. Oh. Just a human leg just hanging out. Time to go. I just had it the wrong way. What's up, bud? It's kind of tense. I have to admit it. I don't like it. It's not in a tense in a fun way. Like, it's not Alien Isolation tense. This is like, and I find this friction with a lot of these types of horror games. This is frustrating tense. Like, it's designed to get in your way of playing the game to make sure that, like, the spookiness happens, if that makes sense. Like, I can't just, like, zip through these orders because I have this obnoxious system of, like, it's, you know, you got to keep going further and further in, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. It works from a horror perspective because, like, you are kind of, like, being pushed into something uncomfortable. But I don't like it because I generally don't feel like not being able to see is an actual horror experience. I don't know. Same with, like, random sounds. Like, oh, there's a pole that got knocked over, whatever. Like, truly the scares only matter because there's a monster. Like, you know it's going to turn up at some point and chase you, and you're going to go, ah, monster, run, you know. But I feel like if you can have this room be pretty well lit, you could turn on some damn lights in your warehouse. But what do I know? I'm just an internet streamer. Alright, WHQ 205, all the way down, and then 7. Hey, there's a monster. Where's the monster, though? I heard him walking. Oh, there he is. Look at the guy. Look at our little guy here. He's got like some kind of weird... the fuck? Holy shit, he's actually kind of fast. Oh my god, he can come in here? Look at that dude. Well, that's okay. So that's the whole thing? He just chases you around when you get too close? I guess? What the heck, man? I don't like this. Yep, I'm going. Wow, you run out of stamina so fast. Oh, there he goes. Bro, the fact that he's like just sitting here right in the areas I need to go. Like, this is like my second day. Like, really? That sucks, actually. Alright, let's pet the cat. Yeah, I know, buddy. I don't like this. Damn gnat. Sorry, I got like a gnat flying around in front of me. It's that time of year. All the little bugs come out during the summer. That's why I like winter. There's like no bugs in the winter. Alright. Let's see what I can do here. So, WHQ205, go all the way down and then over left. Bro. He's right where I need to be. Can he get me from underneath here? I guess we're gonna find out. Nope. But he can wander around and be annoying. Oh my god. We were just talking about this with Alien Isolation, too. Alright, we're not doing that. Goodbye, monster. Oh, box. Okay. Ah. Okay. Okay, so WHJ104. So that'd be 2347 or 2348. WHJHIJK. So it's J104. And then it was looks like I just got one more left here. And that's WHA207. And that's going to be 4579. Okay. Jesus, this is way down here. Oh. Okay, that got me. That got me pretty good. I was like, wait, the monster's gone. Nope. Monster do spooky things still. Do we have to have these pallets blocking everything, guys? Holy crap. Also, this dude needs to really work out more being in this warehouse. All right. Quota has been reached. All right. Hell yeah. So what do I get? There we go. Oh, okay, so this helps you remember. Scan and upgrade allows you to scan 3 tickets. Okay. And that way you can flip between them all. Okay. And the 5 ticket rack. Okay. And that's where the carrying extra items thing comes in handy. Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see here. 2 of these are like way the fuck out of nowhere. WHU304. That's like way back here. Previous employee. Just got some guys hanging around. Yeah. All right, so okay. Honestly, this is kind of boring. I'm gonna be honest. The cat's really cute, don't get me wrong. I know, Melvin, you are adorable. But the game itself is actually just kind of lame. It is literally just a, like, I don't know. I don't feel like this is a short and sweet experience. This feels too much. Like it's trying to be too much. Which is funny saying that, but like, I don't know. These job sim horror games are really hit and miss. I feel like, you know, like there's too much going on here. Like the location of all the shelves and everything, and the fact that like you have to keep going further and further in, but you only have like the crappiest level of stamina, which is really frustrating. You shouldn't need to worry about stamina in a game like this. I mean, this is stupid. The monster is lame. I turned off the monster just because the AI on it is bad, and the monster itself is just kind of, it's just a deformed thing. It's not really that scary, to be honest. It makes horrible noises though. Good, you know, horror on that. The keep your cat alive mechanic is cool, but like, I do not want to play these games that, like I was finding this frustration with Kiosk and Boba Tea Shop, where it's like, you keep adding onto the menu. There's more and more and more crap you have to manage. And I'm like, all right, I'm already like on edge because I'm looking for like the next jump scare to happen to me. To keep adding more tedium to what I have to do. It's like, click this, click this, click this, click this, so that you can make this one thing. Like if I wanted that kind of shit, I just craft in an MMO or something, you know? Like I want a crafting game, right? And this is the similar level of that tedium, where it's like you have to remember WH, so the aisle, and then S2, the aisle position. So like WH is going to be like further in because there's W1, W2, you know. And then like, so S2 would be the second one. And then 04 on the position on that shelf. And it's like, and then you got to remember the thing, which is why you need the stupid scanner, because otherwise you're going to forget it. So it's like, okay, fine, you know. And then once you get this thing, I mean, this trivializes it. How to remember, you know, like all you're really doing is just shopping, and you can keep shopping after you're done. You don't have to sleep. You can just keep getting more stuff. So really you're just dodging a monster, getting spooked occasionally with some jump scares, and having to make sure that you're wasting your money. The whole keep the cat alive mechanic is just to slow you down from getting all these upgrades for your tools to make you play the game longer. That's all that this does. Obviously, it's cool to take care of your kitty cat. I love cats, but that's the only reason Melvin's in the game besides, you know, having a little bit of like a break from the monsters, right? He's like your stress relief because you can go, and he's adorable. But yeah, it's just not, this is not a spooky game that I actually enjoy. So which is why I turned off the cat mechanic, you know, for keeping him alive, the feeding and all that make him happy. And then of course the monster, because and that's the thing, is like, it wouldn't be as aggravating if that wasn't dark as fuck. Like, I understand that you want this to be spooky, but like, to go from this and then the door closes and it's just silence. Like, you walk out here, is it? It's just silence. And there's nothing else. There's no music in the warehouse, and it's so dark that even with a flashlight, see that? It barely penetrates the darkness. I mean, it helps a little bit, sure. But not as much as you would hope. Like, here. It illuminates just a little bit in your aisle, and that's it. It's better than nothing. Won't argue that. And then the deeper you go, the more convoluted the maze of this shit gets. So, and of course there's pallets and forklifts that block it off, and dead bodies and stuff that get in the way. Yeah, it's just not, it's not a fun experience. I see this with a lot of horror game streamers too, where they play these types of experiences, and this is the kind of stuff they don't have fun with. They enjoy the spooky jump scares, they enjoy this type of stuff, you know, the quirkiness of this kind of thing. What they don't enjoy is the tedium of this kind of stuff. It's kind of like, okay, it's another coffee shop or burger joint or whatever. You know, you get the order, you put together the thing, things happen, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think I thought this game would be more unique than it is, and it kind of is. This whole little area here is really cool and self-inspired. Actually, I wish there was more interactivity, but, and that's when the radio's turned off. It's like, eh. So yeah, I think we're gonna call this game. I think that's what we're gonna do. Which I don't really like doing this kind of thing. But I feel like in this instance, it's kind of warranted. So Order 13, not that great. I think we can officially say Order 13 kind of sucked. So, and I've said this before many times. I do not have a problem with stopping myself from finishing a game if I am not having fun playing the game. If I'm sitting here and I'm not enjoying something, I'm just gonna stop. Like, that's just how it's gonna go. And I know that's not like something everybody wants to hear. They're like, yeah, play the game, finish the game. But I'm genuinely not interested in stressing myself out over games that aren't interesting to play. So I'll do a little bit more research and dig in. Sorry it kind of ended on a crappy note. But yeah, I was a bit more excited, to be honest. And I mean, how many horror games do you have where you have a cat you can take care of? Like, come on. So it's kind of disappointing that's kind of how that ended up. So just really frustrating. So yeah, I'll find some other games to try out for horror stuff, and I'll do a bit more research. This is one of those games that came with that humble bundle of horror games from last year, like, and Boba Tea Shop was one of them, and I think there's Arctic Eggs, which I don't even know if that's a horror game. Mouthwashing, which I've heard is pretty good. So maybe I'll look a little bit into that, but yeah. But I think I'm going to call it. It's 6 in the morning. I've been streaming for about 2 hours. To be fair, I spent like half of it on Alien Isolation and Terminator, but you know, it was fun to chat and stuff. So yeah, I think for now we'll call it quits. And I'm gonna say I'm probably not gonna be streaming for the next few days, just because I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff with family, and I don't know how much energy I'll really have at night. But towards the end, early next week, for sure, I'll be back. I'm looking at probably like a Sunday night, Monday stream. So it won't be that long of a break this time around. And yeah, we'll try and make it a longer stream with a more in-depth like horror game or action game or horror action game, something along those lines. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, morning, and evening wherever you are, and I will catch you all on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.